Distance learning lesson number 2, women's suffrage. In the early 1900s, many Texas women wanted the right to vote. Some argued that women did not need to vote because men protected their rights. Others said that women would not take care of their homes and children because they were involved in politics. Suffragists said that women voters would be better caregivers. They could vote for better schools and public health and more playgrounds. Question number 1. Circle the 2 arguments for women's suffrage. Number 2. Why were some people against women voting? Some people were against women voting because, and you can fill in your answer there. The fight for the vote in the United States. Inspired by the British suffragettes, the National American Women's Suffrage Association, the NAWSA Party, organized mass demonstrations, parades, and confrontations with the police. It was the first group to march in front of the White House. Hundreds of women were arrested and jailed for their protests. Many went on hunger strikes in jail, and they were force-fed. Number 3. What way of protesting do you think worked the best? The way of protesting that worked the best was, fill in your answer, because, tell me why. Women earned the vote. World War I and the major role that women played in it convinced most people that women should be allowed to vote. Women around the country began to take over roles and jobs left behind by the men at war, and showed their ability to do the exact same work as the men. On August 26, 1920, Congress approved the 19th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, stating that women in the United States were on an equal basis with men. Visual analysis. So this is a political cartoon. Political cartoons were created to help convince people of a certain point of view. So this one is titled Origin and Development of a Suffragette. So the first square says, at 15, a little pet. The second square says, at 20, a little coquette. The third square says, at 40, not married yet. And the fourth square says, at 50, a suffragette. Here's the first question. Is this political cartoon for or against women's suffrage? How do you know? Number 2 says, what do you think is the creator's message? So what do you think this author is trying to tell people?